everybody out there, this is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 24 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best free 98 overall team captains to be using, and also the best discounted abilities on them. Let's go ahead and jump on into the video. So if you guys were unaware, a big update to the team captain promo happened yesterday. You can now upgrade any team captain in the game to a 98 overall, assuming you have enough team captain tokens to do that. And if you're up to date on all of your objectives in this field pass, you can actually have 2 of the 6 team captains to a 98 overall, which also means they can get ×3 for any NFL team chem. So it's going to be easier to build a 50-50 theme team and boost up the speed on these cards. But also what they updated yesterday, and they didn't mention this on any GMM stream, is that the cards now have discounted abilities, which was a huge missing piece to a lot of these things, or all of these cards, leading up until yesterday. So it made a lot of them a lot more usable. The discounts are only going to be in one bucket, but we're going to go over every team captain, talk about the best ones to use and the best abilities to use on them. Just a quick refresher, I know a lot of you know this already, my apologies, but some people are new here and new to the game. So you go to your team captain field pass, this is what it's going to look like. And actually, let me back out and just point out one other thing, because I still get this question just about every week. Where's the team captain field pass located? It's in the archive section, not the active section. So you have to hold down R2 or right trigger on Xbox to get to it, and then you will find it. If you go into it and look at the objective tab, every other week we get a new set of objectives. Week 1 had a ton of them in there, but after that it's 2 objectives every other week, and we're all the way down now to week 35. A lot of you probably already have everything completed up to this point. This upcoming Monday, we should get week number 37. It's every other Monday. They give us 2 new objectives, and those 2 objectives will give you XP, and normally there's enough XP in each objective to get you to a different level, and at this point, every level just gives you a token. I don't expect us to see any new team captains added in. We had Channing Crowder and Jordan Reed added in kind of middle through the season, but we haven't gotten anybody in the last like 3 seasons now, and I don't think we're going to. So that's how you get your tokens. Let's go through all of the players and talk about the best ones. Again, you can get 2 of these 6 players to a 98 overall, and if you got them even on a 25 of 50 theme team, they're basically going to be 99 overalls. I have that on my main account and my no money spent account, and I'm going to start with Jordan Reed because I do think he is one of the 2 best options out there. So here are his attributes at an 80 overall, which you don't care about. Here's what he looks like at a 98 overall: 97 stock speed, 97 short route running, 97 mid. His run block is not very good, so if you're looking for a pass catching tight end, he's going to be perfect. But if you're looking for a guy that can run block, he's just not going to be it. He is 6'2". He also gives you 97 catch in traffic, and spectacular catch. And the reason that I think he's the #1 choice is because, to me personally, I don't think you really need abilities on a tight end to make them good. I've been using pretty much all of my tight ends the entire year without an ability. Now, if you take a look at the last bucket in every single one of these team captain cards, they're basically going to get 3 discounted abilities. 1 that's 0 AP, 2 that are 1 AP, and they only have 1 discounted bucket, which kind of stinks there in some situations. Probably not so much on this card, but some of the defensive cards it does. So if you take a look at Jordan Reed, his 0 AP ability is 3rd down threat, which they kind of give that to just about everybody these days, and I don't really know how useful this ability is, but this is the one that I would put on this card because it's the only 0 AP ability. I just don't think deep and elite on a tight end is worth it. Short and elite is not bad, but is it worth the 1 AP? Probably not. So for this card, I think it's the best card, but it has the worst abilities. I shouldn't say the worst, but it doesn't have abilities that are going to make him that much better, but I think he's good without them. Prior to today, I would have said Kevin Mawae was the 1st or 2nd best option to use as one of your 98 overall free team captains, especially now that he gets discounted abilities. But with the NFL draft promo dropping today, if you go over to your competitive pass and take a look at the final tab to the right, they added in something new today, where if you either play the new head-to-head draft event and win 20 games or win 35 solo battles, you're going to unlock a free 99 overall BND Tyler Lindenbaum. And what that card has is 1 AP secure protector. Unfortunately, Kevin Mawae does not get that. Lindenbaum also has 2 discounted ability buckets, so you can go with linchpin plus secure protector for a total of 1 AP. Now, a lot of you might not want to grind to get that reward, and that's totally understandable. here is what this Kevin Mawae card looks fully upgraded. 97 strength, 95 awareness, 98 pass block, 98 run block. Very, very good looking card. I am happy that he got some discounted abilities, but Secure Protector, unfortunately, is not one of them. If you want to put that ability on him, it's going to cost you 3 AP, and that's just too expensive when you only have 9 AP available on offense. What he does get is Identifier for 0 AP. That is not extremely common or uncommon at this point right now, so it's, you know, worth it if you're not using Identifier on any of your other offensive linemen, but chances are a lot of you already are, so now you got either post up for 1 AP, which is good for pass protection, and then all day is pretty much kind of in that same boat. I wouldn't waste the 1 AP on either of these. They're pretty good abilities if you get them for 0 AP on additional offensive linemen, mostly your guards and center. But this card, great attributes, a position you don't want to spend your coin on, but still with these discounted abilities, not great. Ronde Barber is kind of my sleeper pick, especially if you run a zone coverage scheme. So this is what he looks like, fully powered up to a 98. And as I said, most of you probably have these cards on 25 or 50 of 50 theme teams, so they're going to get that +1 or +2 speed and that +1 OVR. But this card, you can definitely get to 99 speed fairly easily, 97 man coverage, 97 zone. There's so many strategy items out there that you can probably get those up to 99 as well. He is a little bit on the shorter side. I believe he's only 5'10". That's unfortunate, but I think he makes a really good slot defender, because if you take a look at his discounted ability buckets, he's going to give you pick artist for 0 AP, which in most scenarios is going to be a must, but with this card specifically, I would probably recommend the flat zone KO. If you're going to be playing him in a zone scheme and you're going to be playing him as a slot defender, this is probably going to be utilized best. You can go deep route KO on him. Again, unfortunately, you can't get like these two abilities together, and I really hate playing my cards without pick artists, but it's also very difficult to play any defensive backs in this game without some type of knockout ability, and at the end of the day, I would rather rely on them getting an interception without pick artists rather than them not getting knockout animations, whether it's in man coverage with deep route KO or flat zone KO. So if you're going to play him on the outside, even though he's 5'10", knockouts sometimes counter tall receivers, so go with this one, but only if you play a lot of man. If you play heavy zone, great slot defender with that speed. You can blitz him off of the edge, and flat zone KO is going to give you a lot of knockouts on quick short passes. Channing Crowder is kind of another sleeper option out there, but the only problem or downside to his card is being that he's a middle linebacker. We've recently got some pretty good free options at that same position with better discount ability. So this is what he's going to look like, fully powered up to a 98 overall, 95 stock speed, 96 zone, 98 hit power, 93 block shed. You can't see it on here, but he would also go all the way up to 91 zone, and he's 6'2". So he's a pretty good user out there. And if you go to his discounted ability buckets, he gets what he should get, right? Lurk Artist for 0 AP. But again, that problem that you can't have two of these discounted abilities together, it's a tough choice between that and mid-zone KO. You pretty much have to go with Lurk Artist because he's a middle linebacker. He's just not going to get those jumping animations without it. The one thing that you can do, if you happen to have 2 AP free available on defense, is go mid-zone KO for the 1 AP in this bucket, and then if you go backwards, I think it's the third to last ability bucket, and he could have gotten this all along. This isn't new, but he can get Lurk Artist for 1. So basically, you'd have to pay 2 AP for Lurk Artist plus mid-zone KO, but that's a really good combination to have on a middle linebacker, whether you're using them or not. But like I said a moment ago, there's some really good free options right now at middle linebacker. If you got that John Madden welcome pack from the Ring of Honor promo, that card gets that combination of abilities for 1 AP instead of 2. And also we got the free Bobby Wagner from the Season 6 Field Pass, which gets mid-zone KO and Lurk Artist together for 0 AP. So if you're not using either of those 2 cards I just mentioned, Channing Crowder is good, but if you got both of those 2 cards, unfortunately, he's going to be third in line as the best middle linebackers that you can get for free right now. Eric Berry is kind of like Ronde Barber, pretty good, but a very tough decision to make when it comes to those discounted abilities, but I do like the card, fully powered up. He's going to give you 97 speed, pretty easy to get him up to 99 speed on a theme team, 98 acceleration, 96 hit power, 95 man, 97 zone, tackle, pursue, play rec, all very good, and he is 6 foot even. But what I'm talking about with his abilities here is if you go to that last bucket, you got that pick artist that you got to deal with, and then you also have some zone knockout ability. So I would probably go, if I'm playing him as a high safety, deep zone KO, and just leave it at that, and you're just going to have to deal with no pick artist. You can always just go for the 0 AP pick artist and leave it at that, but then you're not going to get a lot of knockout animations. If you do want to play him as a sub linebacker, you can go mid-zone KO and just leave it with that one. I think it would work out either way, no matter where you put him out, and it's just another example of if these cards had 2 discounted ability buckets, he would be a perfect endgame strong safety because you could go mid-zone and pick artist or deep out zone KO on pick artist with any theme team on there, and he's 6 foot with some good speed. You know, you wouldn't have to replace this card for the rest of the year if you're a no money spent player or you're on a budget. You know the phrase, I saved the best for last? That's not the case at all with this Frank Gore card. This is the worst of all of the team captains, unfortunately. Even at a 98 overall, my man's only got 95 speed. That's just way too slow. Even on a theme team, you're getting him up to 97 speed. That's usable, but it's just not great. He does give you 98 carry, 97 break tackle, 98 trucking, 93 change of direction. The catch is very low. I mean, he's a power back. You might be able to use him in the goal line. I would have liked this card even like a halfback number 3 option, and you can stash any of these cards in the back of your depth chart. If none of these cards can play on your team, just kind of going back, Channing Crowder could be middle linebacker 4, Frank Gore could be CB 3, Ronde Barber could be CB number 5, sorry, Frank Gore could be halfback 3, Ronde Barber could be CB number 5. It's a good way to get that ×3 chem on any of these cards out there without really needing to use those discounted abilities, but helping you reach that 50-50 theme team. Now, if they would have gave Frank Gore like a goal line back for 0 AP, I actually would have recommended this card, even at the 95 speed, because you could just throw him in those goal line situations. They're going to get better blocking and better broken tackles. Now, also, if they would have gave him like tank or evasive or jukebox as a 0 AP ability, would have made him a little bit better. Unfortunately, they gave him armbar, and I don't think too many people use the stiff arm animation in this game unless they're playing a solo challenge for an objective where it says do 2 ball carrier moves. So that's an unfortunate thing here with his 0 AP ability. He does get tank or jukebox for 1 AP. Jukebox is definitely worth it. If you are going to use this snail of a running back, this is going to be your best route, but I gotta say the best team captain option has to be Jordan Reed, and then you could kind of bunch Barber and Eric Berry and Channing Crowder and Kevin Mawae all kind of at 2 A, B, C, and D. It really depends on your needs and what you need to upgrade on your team, but at least they do have some usable discounted abilities now, and attribute wise, excluding Frank Gore, they're all pretty good, and they're going to help your theme team. Let me know which team captains you're rocking and upgrading to a 98 overall right now down below in the comment section, and thank you for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.